Welcome to PCATTACK. For my sign in, for my name on here, I was using your ports because it was one of my sign-ons, but the main sign-on I use on a lot of my games and a lot of forums and Xbox, PlayStation is Yomegas, YOMEGAS. So a lot of people were emailing me, my family was telling me I should just use my Yomegas sign-on because it's more widely known between my friends and family, so that's what I'm going to use starting today. Right today, as you can see, my collage of headphones that I use. Yes, if you're not noticing, there are two Polludio UFOs here. I liked it so much I purchased two. Main reason being, especially after listening to the 600, I could hear everything inside the song, every instrument, the way they EQ'd it, the way it fades in and out. Is very, very accurate. On most of these headphones that I've heard, or the ones that I've on here, you don't hear it that detailed. But without further ado, this video is going to be about the HD600, and I'm going to do my review of the HD600. As you can see right here, headphones are open back, which are great for airiness, means that you're going to get a wider sound stage, and ear fatigue is at a minimum, and you get air coming into your ear so you're not sweating. That's why I like open back headphones. I prefer them. You get a cord. This is detachable, red for right, black for left, and you get your adapter. Other than that, you get a booklet in this case. This is all that comes with HD600. Let's go with build quality. Build quality wise, because these are MSRP, I think it's like $500. I got them for $350 on Amazon. Because of the price range that I paid, I don't feel as if they used the best of material designing these headphones. I'm not saying that they're not going to last you or anything like that. They will last a pretty good, decent time, normal wear and tear and everything like that. These should last you a fairly, long time. But some of the things here, like right here, this mechanism, this is on here pretty solid. This right here, this metal is actually what's holding your headphone together, and this is what's giving you your clamping force. The clamping force on these headphones, for me, is a little bit too much. I've owned these for over 30 days now, and I've been using these. And the clamping force is pretty heavy, especially after, an extended period of time. It becomes a little tight around my ears. That's preference. It's kind of almost nitpicky, but for long sessions, I do have to take them off for like just a few minutes, then I can put them right back on, which isn't mainly an issue. They are really comfortable, and I can't say anything about comfort there, so they're really, really comfortable. You won't have a problem if you don't have sensitive ears or sensitive around your ear parts, like your head and like your jawline. If it's not sensitive right there, you shouldn't have any problems with this with comfortability. You should be able to wear these pretty much all day, but that's subject to every individual person. Just to get the disclaimer out the way, FYI, when you buy these, to properly run these, you're going to need a DAC amp. And there are DAC amps you could go down to, since this is 300 ohms. Cheapest I saw is like around $180, $190. And they really go up from there. And I mean really, to like tens of thousands of dollars for DAC amps. The proper one, you get you a Woo Audio WA7, that's $1,000. If not, you get one by Sennheiser's, and that's anywhere from $1,800 to, I think it was like around $3,000. What I actually used to test these, I did hear a $200, I can't remember the name, it starts with an S, but it's a stack. It's a DAC and an amp. And then I borrowed my friend's Woo Audio WA7s. The difference between those two DAC amps is really noticeable. So, $1,000, I still think that's a lot for a DAC amp, especially for me being an engineer. I know how to build it, and I know how much those parts and components cost. Yes, it's a premium, but what a premium, especially when they go to the over $3,000 range, and you take into effect of all the components that's used to build it. Going into that, these headphones cost around $350, and the proper DAC amp is gonna run year round. In my personal opinion, $500 to $700 to run these. You got to keep the price in mind. If price is no object, I can tell you right now, out of all these headphones on the table, minus the bass factor, these are by far the best headphones that I've heard outside of the Sennheiser's 800. 650 is not as flat as these. That's why I bought the 600, because I wanted something a little bit more flatter. But sound-wise, magnificent. I would just tell you, a lot of people keep saying, you know, talking about the M50Xs, they're talking about a lot of headphones. You know, all the headphones are great, but when you're mixing and mastering and you want that pristine, crystal clear sound, every detail sounds exactly the way it should sound. You're fading, you're EQing, and these are so detailed that when people take breaths, a lot of times you don't hear it because the way, you know, your headphones are. You would hear that on these headphones. If they scratch their head, you would hear it on these headphones. Type of drum they're using, type of sticks they're using, what type of keyboard or piano they're using, what's EQ'd, what's not EQ'd, you know, what's audible, what's not audible, what type of sound room they're in, whether it's open or like a closed booth type of room setup. You'll be able to tell all that out of these headphones. That's how detailed these are. It's so detailed, it's to a fault. Because instead of I was listening to music, instead of me enjoying music, I was pretty much deciphering the music itself. I was being technical. So it kind of took away from the enjoyment of the music and put me into more of a technical aspect of listening to music. Like I was listening to every little detail, the breathe in, the breathe out. You know, even some audio tracks where you'll hear them on like a lesser headphones, they will sound great. But when you hear it on these HD600s, you'll be able to tell all the flaws in that song. Like the static, the popping, you know, all the minute details that you didn't notice, like the imperfections. Some songs sounded worse on these because I could tell that whoever did the mixing and mastering and the producer, they did a piss poor job of creating the song. So this let me know that that's how detailed these are. For movie watching, because it's not a lot of bass, and by me saying not a lot of bass, I love bass, especially in games and movies. And you got to remember, games and movies are not. Movies are accurate and then inaccurate when you come to sound. If you want to think about it, when someone talks, then these are perfect. You know, you're going to hear the talking, all the natural sounds the way that you're supposed to hear it. But when you start to add in sounds that's not part of the scene, you know, it's added in later, like the extra bass or steps or thumps, that's when I don't prefer these headphones. I want something more unnatural that will more emphasize on like the bass, the vibrations, and the impact. These headphones are not going to do that. They're just too accurate. And it's not to say that these are bad for movie watching. It's just to say that I don't prefer these for movie watching. I prefer them for music. As for gaming, same aspect. You know, all gaming, most sound inside a game is not natural sound. It's added in by a mixer board or something like that. So when you factor that in, these, once again, you want the boomy bass, the hard punch, the unnatural sound, because it is unnatural sound that's added in there. These do not emphasize on those unnatural sounds. It do not amplify it whatsoever. It just sounds, you know, flat, because these are flat headphones. If you want something with more color or, you know, more definition, then pick a different headphones. If you're buying these headphones because you want something like a very flat sound, these are the headphones for you. If you're buying it because you like to listen and enjoy music, these are not the headphones for you unless you want to be technical. Everyone likes different types of headphones. Like all out of everything here that you see, and these are a lot of headphones on here, none of these headphones sound the same. Not a one. Except for the two UFOs, of course, because they're the same headphone. But all the other headphones sound totally different from one another. I don't care how many headphones I have on this table. I got 50 headphones and they all can sound different from one another. You pretty much, I hate to say this, going to have to find the one that suits you best. But for me right here, for mixing and mastering and for just, you know, technically listening to music and hearing a wide soundstage, these headphones are perfect. For movies, they're really good. You know, for gaming, gun sound magnificent, especially on Battlefield 4. For gaming, they sound really good. But you gotta remember the initial cost. You're looking at a $500 to $1,000 DAC amp plus $350 for your headphones. So you're looking at a bare minimum of $850, all the way up to about, you know, $1,350. When you factor that in, is it really worth it? That's totally up to you. It depends on your budget. But there are other options and alternatives. So in my review, I do recommend these, but I'm only gonna recommend these for music listening. You know, and emphasis on if you want to play gaming, it's going to be up to your taste and preference. Well, my next videos, I'm going to do some comparisons between these and other headphones. I'm going to try to get all this out the way today, shoot all the videos, and I'm going to pretty much start comparing and contrasting headphones in our next video. So, you know, subscribe so you can get my next videos, my comparisons. I know a lot of people want to know how this performs to open back Astro 840 for gaming. You know, that's going to be an interesting video because I had these Astros for over a month also. I connected my Bluetooth for gaming. I connected everything here for gaming, movies, and I listened to them. I let them all break in. You know, I had the UFOs for about 2.5 months now. I had the R Plus Legends for about 3 months now. I had the what are those? Those are the Turtle Beach Tangles. I had those Tangles for about 2.5 years, maybe, no, 3 years, something like that. And those are my P11s I had before then. So, you know, it's interesting. They all sound different. Follow me and have any comments, leave below. If you want to see any other videos, you know, leave below. There's headphones that I don't have here. I can get it from my friend because I did borrow a few headphones, and we could do some compare and contrast and see what we like, and I could pretty much try to give you as best of a detailed sound as I can. So see you guys in the next video. Thumbs up if you liked the video. Thank you.